Good morning, everybody. We have a little woodpecker in here somewhere. And I'm actually going to take you on a little journey to a tree that I am just totally in love with. I've been with this tree out here twice. And it's a cypress tree and a big wash here. It's a dry wash. May get water when it rains. I'm not positive. But this tree is, I'm gonna guess, at least 1,000 years old, and I just absolutely, I call her grandmother because that is what she feels like to me. She feels very wise and very ancient. And while we walk there, I will actually just chat with you for a bit about what is truth. Truth is who you are. Truth is a formless, timeless reality. It has no confines of time and space. It is the composition of what all form is made out of. So in other words, time is made out of timelessness, therefore making it unreal. And no, this stuff doesn't make sense in our mind. The mind is a part of time. Mind is time. And when I talk about the truth, that I get two particular images that are pretty specific to me. Okay, the first is I get the Bible verse, the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. And that statement in and of itself contains the totality of the universe, form and formlessness. Most people, they are totally fascinated by their thoughts, and it's not them doing it, okay? It's not them doing it. It's just what's happening, okay? And I know that sounds like generic non-dual language, but there's really no other way to describe that. This isn't the tree, but it's another cool tree. And so thoughts become a safe place to go for the energy. It gets a sense of control. It leaves the groundless being. It's allowed to be pretty creative in that realm, I would say. Okay? So when we say the truth will set you free, what we're saying is that reality is outside of the confines of thought. So whatever you're thinking right now about what I'm saying or about this moment or about who you think you are, it's not true. It's not true. The truth has no relationship whatsoever to thought. That's really, really a key foundational aspect of non-dualism. Okay? So, if the truth can set you free, there's three things here that are of interest. What is the truth? Not thought. Okay? Can set you. Who are you? Who will be free? Okay, who are you? You are thought. And then free. What does freedom look like? Okay? So freedom is that which is outside of the confines of thought. And that is really as simply as I can put, as simply as I could put the biggest transformation that consciousness could experience. The truth will set you free. So in that, we leave ordinary reality, the reality of thought. Are we willing to do that? Do we want to do that? Most of us don't. Okay, that's why we get stuck for years just listening to teachings, reading books, trying practices. We don't actually want the truth, because the truth means the end, the death of me, of thought. The second image and the second metaphor that I want to share is the one of King Arthur. And it relates to this Bible verse that I'm sharing. And I always get this image of the sword in the stone, and only a true king being able to pull it out. Only a true king being able to pull the sword of truth out. Many have tried. Many have attempted to dislodge this all-powerful, sword. But only one removes it. Why does King Arthur remove that sword? Okay? Hi there. Thank you for being on my hike, my walk with me today. It's nice to see you. Because King Arthur is willing to live by the sword of truth. In body, mind. King Arthur is willing to not just hold that sword, but to actually live by it. To live his life by that sword. Okay, so this is about true devotion. About people who just don't want that fluffy spiritual truth, They want the real thing. They want the real thing, and most of these people that are on that real, true, genuine spiritual path, they'll live and die by that sword. Most of us are willing to risk our lives for it. Okay, I'm going to take you to this tree now. It's right here. So this is the wash that has kept this beautiful cypress tree alive for centuries. So when that search is genuine and when it's pure, like when it's not to get something, when it's just comes from a place of love, which every genuine journey for something worthwhile comes from a place of love. But if that's what's driving your path, if that's what's driving your awakening, not only will it transform your entire life, not only will it consciousness itself transform, but your love will also then be able to Return back home, return back to everything and everyone, and that's the most beautiful gift, we could experience in this life, is the gift of sharing our love by the sword of that truth, by the sword of that freedom. When you begin to emanate the purity, the truth of who you are, and you're no longer stuck in a house of mirrors created by your thinking, nothing remains left to do. Doesn't matter where you're going. It doesn't matter how you get there. Doesn't matter who comes with you. It doesn't matter what you get. So be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with life. Because that's what truth is. Truth is honesty. Stop listening to your thoughts, no matter what they're telling you. Because that's what mesmerization is. There's a lot of really entertaining, pleasurable thoughts. And they're powerful. But they are mystifications. Okay? They're not real. So much of that separate entity is that thinking, is that thought, that really the battle out here is between thoughts. Okay? That's what suffering is you're not getting the thoughts you want to be getting. And because you're in a realm of thoughts, and because you exist in a limited reality, you're constantly defining who you are by your thinking, by other people's thinking, by the thinking of society, by the thinking of your parents, by the thinking of your friends. It's powerful stuff. Make no mistake about it. These are energies. Right? But what you are is unbound, like full on boundless, outside of the realm of that thinking. So when you pull that truth out, that sword of truth, and you free yourself with that, you're freeing all of life. You'll free all of life. Okay, let me show you this neat little part of this tree that I just absolutely love. I'm so happy I brought you guys here today, seriously, because this tree has my heart. And she has little babies here. Look at this. Isn't this magnificent? So what else to say? I think that's it.